So welcome everyone to day 73 of the GIC. So today I've watched so many videos. Actually, जैसे होता है ना कहीं पे I think it is breaking up. Just give me a minute. Okay, this is better, I guess. Yes. So कई बार आप कोई कॉन्वर्सेशन देखते हैं, उसका कोई सिरा मिल जाता है, फिर आप उस सिरे से दूसरा मे बी यू रीच आउट टू अ बुक और यू सी अ वीडियो. सो हाल फिलहाल आई एम जस्ट trying to catch up on certain things जो कभी सुने हो या so I was very intrigued by this guy Matthias D. Stefano. He is from Argentina, and it is said that he is kind of here remembering. So he is called a rememberer because he remember all his past lifetimes, and he shares knowledge about those things. So he's been on these multiple podcasts, and so I watched two of these podcasts with other two. So it was like a group thing. So there was one interviewer and two people, one Matthias and one the other one. There were like two other guys. And there was this conversation going on. So interesting topics like came up, and so the way this guy works is very similar. So why I got this fascination is because he is doing a lot of work through travel. So somewhere, with me also, travel has been a, a very important part of my life. And, through these travels, there are a lot of things that probably happen in my life also. So when I say travel, probably these travel are very spiritual based. So travel with a reason. Okay. So in my life, when I say in my life, इतनी बड़ी भी life नहीं है, लेकिन yeah. So starting from maybe 2006-07 onwards, I've like started traveling quite a bit. तो कई बार ऐसी ऐसी बन जाती हैं चीजें that you choose a particular place to travel, right? You just feel that यहाँ जाना है, यहाँ जाना है, यहाँ जाना है, and सब बन जाता है. You end up there. So this guy also, he keeps traveling, and it is said that probably he channels certain energies, and they will guide him in terms of it's not very clear, but then it unfolds gradually, slowly and gradually it unfolds. So a couple of years, I think 2012 से ये interesting जैसे कहते हैं ना coincidences life में start हुए, wherein probably I was also traveling. So the first thing was Ladakh. Ladakh is what I done, and then going to Bangalore. So India में काफी travel हुआ. So I Ladakh के बाद I had gone to Bangalore. Bangalore में I met an interesting guru, who was the disappearing guru. I've shared about him. Then उसके बाद I had gone to Badrinath, and Badrinath was also a trip on its own, where I got to meet so many significant places, going through every जो आप ये क्या कहते हैं हम लोगों से प्रयाग. So बद्रीनाथ, कई सारे प्रयाग का पानी मुझे इकट्ठा करना था for somebody. It was like his guru's will that certain water is required, and so I had been part of that journey. And then उसके बाद फिर abroad का सिलसिला. I also went here Kashi, I went Varanasi, I went Bodh Gaya. And these were like such interesting travel. I got to see, experience so much of spiritual stuff during these travels that it felt like a calling. Sarnath, Bodh Gaya, like, so all of these places in India. So I think 2012 से लेके 2015 तक, it was a lot, not 15, in fact 14 तक, there was a lot of focus on India that way. I'll not say extensive travel, but जो भी travel था, it was all about, you know, maybe it created a shift, or I just felt that यहाँ जाके meditate करना है, यहाँ जाके meditate करना है. So, you went and you did what you wanted to do, and feeling the energies of that place. He early morning जाके meditate कर रहे, कहीं की काकड़ आरती कर रहे, जाके भाग भाग के, so there was a lot of things that probably came my way, and I got an opportunity to experience that. And then Greece happened, and Greece, as you know, Greece में एक जगह है Delphi, and it's called the naval center of the earth. So it's the womb of the planet Earth. That's how it's called. So when I was carrying Samaira, at like 4 to 5 months, I got an opportunity to go to Greece. So this opportunity got created, and we went to Greece. And वहाँ जाके, although I was like 4 5 months, expect कर रही थी, I had to travel. So I wanted to travel to a place which is also called, जैसे Delphi, मैंने कहा Delphi ही गए थे शायद, Delphi. And this was like a 2.5 hour bus ride, and my legs was swollen, but I knew that I had to go to this place. वहाँ जाके I remember doing the Twin Hearts meditation, and there's this rock where it is written, I think in Greek only, Noti Suton, which is, know thyself. And I remember this particular phrase got stuck with me, on knowing thyself. And I had come back and, touching that stone, which is called the name, the womb. There's a particular stone in Delphi. So, being there, उस समय तो नहीं लगा क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं, but then went ahead, did my meditation there, prego, sitting there on the steps, ऊपर तक चढ़ के जाना था, and a lot of things happened, and but I just felt नहीं जाना है, मुझे जाना है, and I had gone. And then 2015, 2016, Samara happened, and then the same year we went to Stonehenge. And Stonehenge, maybe I remember, I had to meditate, and then we took passes of the inner circle. So कई बार लोग जाते हैं बाहर से फोटो खिंचा के चले आते हैं, but then we decided, like I decided that I had to go inside, and I had Samira, and बहुत छोटी थी Samira, she was like 6 8 months, उसको लेके जाना, and I was still feeding her, तो उसको लेके जाना वहाँ meditate करना, and just to feel the energies. It was like different kind of energy that just pushes you to go somewhere, ki jao or karo, and somewhere you felt the energy was very different there. For 2016 17, I had gone Ireland, and 16 again I had gone to Greece for a retreat, and we went, yeah, Santorini, and we went to Rome, Vatican with Samira. And I still remember, so हम जो बुद्ध जी के सर के ऊपर we see ना the spine cone जैसा formation. So when we went through these halls in the Vatican City, we could see those pineapple-like structures on the entrance. And there was so much that probably, I got to understand in that place also. Vatican. I just felt that वहाँ पे भी जाना है. I didn't know why. And but yeah, it happened. And then again, we went to Santorini. And Santorini, I saw this huge being of the mountain outside of the window. So a lot of things, unfold through travel. And this Matthias Di Stefano, I was just going through his stuff, and he also keeps traveling. So sometimes I feel that, when you have that kind of awareness, and you take the ownership and responsibility on yourself to do certain things, or to plan certain retreats or something like that, there's a lot of guidance. I feel that guidance has been with me, but I've never taken that too seriously, that I should bring in people, or I should do things together. And I think Bhutan, I got this opportunity to bring people together and do things together. Although it was not, or better plan ho sakta tha, but Yeah, but I feel that somewhere travel has been a way in which probably I'm also exploring my spiritual journey. I remember I had gone to this place in Ireland where Hill of Tara, and we had this big, huge shivling kind of structure in the middle of nowhere. And so there were बहुत हवा चल रही थी, बहुत ज्यादा हवा चल रही थी वहां पे. And I decided कि I have to go to this, and Samara was very small, तो हवा से गिरी जा रही थी, and Saurabh was like trying to hold Samira, and I was like, okay, आप लोग side में रहना, and let me just go and rush, and I'll come back. So I remember वो जो stone है, I had to say the great invocation, and I did the twin hearts meditation, जैसे कर सकती थी. But I remember जब when I opened my eyes, I was the only person on that ground. There was nobody. मतलब मेरे साथ लोग थे, but when I was doing that meditation, there was nobody. दूर दूर तक लोग नहीं दिख रहे थे. And I got so scared because there was like a storm kind of thing that was happening, and I was not sure कि इतनी हवा कैसे आ गई है, इतना ये कैसे हो गया. But I saw this guy's video in Greece where he was also, trying to work with the energies, and a storm appeared, and there were a lot of people, sitting and witnessing that, or probably meditating on it. So all of these things, when you see in other people and how they're utilizing or channeling those energies, you feel that somehow, like I'm talking from my experience, and I'm sure, for you guys also, that you would have had your own experiences. But I feel that once you start following that gut feeling, क्योंकि कई बार हम उसे क्वेश्चन करने लगते हैं कि हमें क्यों जाना है या हमें क्यों करना है. But after Samaira, it has it for me. जैसे वही India I was doing before Samaira, and then after Samaira, it has been like international experiences. With every year, we are going somewhere, and then I choose one place कि उसके आसपास अगर कोई ऐसा मुझे लग रहा होता है कि हाँ spiritual significance है, तो I want to go to that place and do my meditation or feel the energy or connect with the place. So I've been doing that for almost, 7-8 साल. And I feel it has, क्या कोविड के टाइम पे नहीं हो पाया था, but then कोविड के टाइम पे जो हुआ was to a different level. With all I got COVID twice, so there was a lot of reflection also that happened during that time. So it's been like really amazing. And after Bhutan, I feel that the upcoming travel that I'm going to plan, probably I'll be taking more people along with me, because I feel that um, all of us can experience. So like I go with my husband, probably he doesn't understand what she's doing. He's there to click pictures, but what happens there is something that people who are aware of it, or they can experience it, right? So I still remember again in Ireland, or maybe Ireland only, there was a beach. It was such a secluded beach, and वहाँ इतनी हवा चल रही थी, लग रहा था जैसे गाड़ी वाड़ी उड़ जाएगी. But Saurabh and myself, Samara was sleeping in the car. We went to that shore, and huge mountains, मतलब. And मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि mountains, पता नहीं, from childhood I feel that huge beings, I can feel. So you don't see, but I have a feeling that these mountains are looking at me. So ये मुझे beings की तरह समझ में आता है. Like, I don't know if you would have experienced that. Any of you have felt like that? कभी किसी बड़े से mountain के सामने खड़े हो and you feel that there is a being. God knows what I'm talking about. uh, कभी ऐसा experience किया है किसी ने? So probably, not first time, but बचपन में मुझे लगता था कि जैसे sky is looking at me. So मैं कभी भी छत पे कपड़े उठाने जाती थी ना, I used to go like this. जैसे लगता ऊपर से सब देख रहे हैं. So I had this thing, I'm being watched, I'm being watched. Especially रात में और ज़्यादा पता लगने लगता है I'm being watched. So I had a fear of द बिग ओशन, कि मैं कभी बहुत बड़ा ओशन देखूंगी तो उसमें से कोई निकलेगा बहुत बड़ा सा और मेरे सामने आके खड़ा हो जाएगा एंड आई गेट स्केर्ड एंड मतलब this was one of the fears that I used to have. Somebody big will come out of the ocean. And I remember when I was in Mumbai, कई बार मुझे ऐसा लगा जैसे I'm seeing the ocean और मैं उसमें चलती चली जाऊँ, बस चलती चली जाऊँ. So then I used to say मर जाएंगे. But so a lot of things probably you felt, but you've never validated them, or you've never given importance to those. I'm a beach person. Yeah. Like I love seeing the ocean. I'm like, पर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि बस मैं चली जाऊं, when I see that. And I have a lot of affection for the ocean. And but मुझे ये सब बहुत alive लगते हैं. I feel them very, very alive. So if I stand on a shore, um, I feel that probably some communication happening with the waves or some communication happening with the ocean or water body. मतलब मुझे मुझे वो बहुत living लगते हैं, very living. And so are the mountains. So I remember going to Badrinath और हमें रात में क्या कहते हैं काकड़ आरती के लिए जाना था 4 बजे. And there was a gully that we had to pass. And जो स्नो केव माउंटेन्स होते हैं उसमें जरा सी भी अगर मूनलाइट भी पड़ती है तो दे बहुत ब्राइट. मुझे ऐसा लगा था जैसे ये सब बैठे हुए हैं. सब गोइंग लाइक दिस, नीचे देख देख के कि ऊपर देखूंगी तो डर लगेगा. So somewhere I have this thing. So कि they are watching. And मुझे अभी तक नहीं समझ में आता ये watching क्या है. But now I feel that probably we talk about, so there's this book called The Kingdom of Gods. Probably I'll just bring it 1 minute. So pranic healing, like I say, it opened a lot of avenues. Like आपकी आपकी क्रेजीनेस को वैलिडेट करने के लिए कुछ मिल गया. So I, as a child, I've been thinking all of these things, but I never knew क्या मतलब was I right thinking this or I was wrong. So this is this book called The Kingdom of Gods. I got this from the Arhatic Yoga Ashram, and I got to see a lot of things here. Like we talk about angels, जैसे mineral kingdom के, we talk about plant kingdom के, we talk about so there are these beings of different regions, of different cities, of different hills. इन सब के अपने you can say angels होते हैं. So I'll show you the picture of a mountain god. So it looks something like that. So a clairvoyance observed that the gods of the mountains, they look something like that. Can you see? So when I saw this, I was like, यार, इसका मतलब मैं बेकार में परेशान नहीं हो रही हूँ. I can see. I can feel. So I'm not a very see person, but I'm a feel person. Can you see? This is again a mountain god. And this book was written somewhere way back. (1888). So this book was written in 1888, and then 1979 may republish with some guy called Geoffrey Hodgson. He had like he has been so kind. 1937. Okay. Sorry, it was 1921 or 29 के बीच में Geoffrey Hodgson did some research, and the slides were added to this book, and this was published in 1937. Okay, so it's interesting. So there are a lot of slides with the pictures of the beings. And what you see. So okay, like we are so used to seeing human beings now, but who being, like if somebody asked me कि कैसी कैसी तस्वीर दिखती थी, I don't know. But I think because I was trying to look for somebody very human like, so I could not tell what I see, but there was a feeling that somebody is watching. Yeah. So see, Jay, you're right. In our mythology, also we talk about gods, uh, but हम gods को भी human बना देते हैं ना. We make them so human. So as a child, I only had this feeling that हर कुछ obviously human जैसे ही दिखता होगा. But I could not tell people what I felt, they didn't look like human. It felt like something, like when I saw the ocean, it felt like something, I used to do that, something like this, something like this. But was something like this, I cannot say that it looked like a human, it had hands, but I will also say, I see something like this. And was something like this, if you see, that picture also has something like this only, the energy is coming out like that, kind of wings, kind of angels. But हमारी mythology में हम angels वगैरह नहीं करते. We see how we actually humanized everything and given that form. So that, yeah, Vikas.
हमारी मैथोलॉजी के अंदर ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखा कि someone has wings or something. मतलब angels and beings, devas are same.
हाँ.
एंड अब उस हिसाब से तो रामायण के अंदर है ना वो रेफरेंस, रामचंद्र जी जब वहां जाना था, समुद्र पार करना था, तो ही समर्थ वो बीइंग ऑफ ओशन कि या तो तुम रास्ता दो, व्हेन ही
हाँ.
डिनाइड तो
हाँ, तो हम उन्हें देखते थे एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग ओनली ना, या फिर राक्षस जैसे.
वो 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 हमारी इमेजिनेशन के लिए सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए किया ना, बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट इमेजिन समथिंग एब्स्ट्रैक्ट व्हिच वी हैव नॉट सीन. तो
एब्सोल्युटली.
जनरल पब्लिक को कैसे बताओगे कि
नहीं, तो as a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old, I was not able to explain, but they were not like human beings. That's what I felt, that they are not like human beings, but they are watching. I cannot see their eyes, but then I can feel that there's something like that. Something. I used to tell my mama also कि मैं रात में कपड़े उठाने नहीं जाऊंगी because I see something watching me. So she used to say कि अच्छा ठीक है, शाम को जाके कपड़े ले आना. मतलब मुझे, अगर मैं खाली आसमान भी देखती थी, I used to feel that you know I'm being watched, and that was like,
हमारे टेक्स्ट में रेफरेंसेस तो हैं, ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं, बट हाँ
अगर
हम लोग उसको ध्यान नहीं देते.
नहीं, 10-12 साल के, लाइक मैंने नहीं पढ़े थे उस टाइम पे, बट जैसे होता है आपके साथ कुछ कुछ विजुअली कुछ रह गया, जैसे क्या होता है, जब आप छोटे होते हैं तो कई सारी चीजें आप देखते हैं और आप नहीं बोलते क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि वैलिडेट नहीं होंगी. सी आर पेरेंट्स, लाइक अगर मैं तब बताती अपनी मम्मी को कि मैं हीलिंग करना चाहती हूँ, राइट, तो वो उनको लगती क्या बात कर रही है, right? So at that point of time, to understand that my daughter is going to work with the um, उसकी कोई possibility ही नहीं थी. I
आज
was
से 40 साल पहले या 30 साल पहले अगर आप किसी को समझाते रेकी के बारे में या एंजल्स के बारे में या समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो हाँ सबका रिएक्शन ऐसे ही होता.
exactly.
हाउ मेनी पीपल वुड अंडरस्टैंड, और आज भी कितने कितने लोग हैं जो उसको समझते हैं, हालांकि नंबर बढ़ रहा है तेजी से,
नहीं,
बट
see, मेरे लिए क्या था कि मुझे और किसी को समझाने की जरूरत नहीं थी, बट आई जस्ट वांटेड टू नो कि जो मैं सोच रही थी कि वो लेजिट है, you know. So for me, probably pranic healing helped me understand that whatever I was, as a child, I have been feeling, or people used to say she's too emotional. जैसे मेरे साथ बहुत सारी चीज थी. I didn't have a big group where problem solver, So sometimes I used to feel that, um, like my mother always, ऐसे नहीं चलेगी दुनिया, आप परेशान हो जाओगे, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, वैसा नहीं हो सकता. पर मुझे लगा कि all this thing basically was needed because in healing you cannot be emotionally indifferent. In order to be a healer, you need an empathy, you need, a high degree of feeling of that emotion. So shuru mein, I could, like, chote se hi, if somebody was in pain, I would want to sit there. I will get drawn to that person. And then my mother would say that, you shouldn't absorb yourself in if somebody is crying so much, it's not good for you. So, पर उस समय पता नहीं होता ना, तो हम, like, so now 40 years ahead, or 35 years ahead, now I can sit and I'm trying to see my life. And when I'm, so it looks perfect. Now it feels कि अगर ये सब नहीं होता, ये जो ड्रामा हुआ, या जो मैं जैसे बनी, it wouldn't have been possible. I like reading. I never liked reading books, but autobiography of a yogi came in my life somewhere in 2012, 2013 only. And uske baad, it's like I read books, but I'm very selective in reading books. I cannot read a lot of fiction. I cannot read either udhar ki cheezein. But you give me something like this, no, then I'll just go, pat, 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 and I'll try to make notes and all of that thing. So you are also discovering yourself, you're also discovering your personality, you're also discovering your why. So I think, जैसे कहते हैं ना, सब कुछ जाके सागर में ही मिलेगा, सारी नदियां जाके सागर में ही मिलती हैं, राइट? कई बार ये होता है कि आप लंबी नदी का रास्ता ले लेते हैं, कई बार आप छोटी नदी का रास्ता ले लेते हैं, कई बार आप बहुत ज्यादा रैपिड्स वाली नदी का रास्ता लेकिन हम सब जाएंगे समुद्र में ही. So, this understanding that whatever this journey has been, whatever problems probably we have faced in our life, all of this is again going to take us back to the source. And that, feels like home. मतलब आप अपनी लाइफ में मिस्टेक्स कर सकते हो, आपके साथ धोखे हो सकते हैं, आपके साथ बड़ी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती हैं, but the best part is all of this, after all of this, you are going back to the source. So when you have to go back to the source, you just try to um, enjoy. You just absorb all the experiences. You make your life so rich that when you go back to the source, you are also contributing to the source, right? So it is like this, that each one of us, through our own learnings, through understanding our own personalities, through understanding or shining our own light, we are contributing to the source. We are contributing to the higher intelligence of the source. So the more intelligent or the more experience rich we become, we go back to the source, and the source becomes richer with all of us. And we don't have to copy each other. We can be very, very ourselves. You can be yourself, I can be myself, but we can explore. We can be the best version of Sargam. You can be the best version of Vikas. Jaya can be the best version of Jaya. And I think that is the beauty of this lifetime that we are all given. I keep sharing my thing, but this is my perspective of life. This is how I am seeing things, how I am experiencing things. It's just that it opens up more maybe possibilities for all of you to also experience your life, to take those risks, to listen to जो आपका दिल कह रहा है और उसे करें. या जया.
The same thing was happened with me also when I used to go to my grandparents' house and we used to sleep on the terrace. तो वहाँ पे वहाँ पे इतने लंबे लंबे पेड़ थे और वो गर्मी के टाइम पे चलते थे, तो ऐसा लगता था कि अभी कुछ तो बैठा है या कुछ वॉच कर रहा है, तो हम लोग देखते देखते सोते थे.
I agree. I don't know, maybe as children we have that extra sense. Maybe we are able to feel the presence, but that the only thing is nobody talks about it. हम आपस में, लाइक अभी मैं और जया ये चीज शेयर कर रहे कि हाँ मुझे भी फील होता है, लेकिन उस टाइम पे अगर मैंने अपनी सिस्टर को बोला होता या अगर मैं अपनी मामा से बोल रही होती तो वो ये बात समझते नहीं, कहते नहीं तो बात नहीं है, नहीं नहीं डरो नहीं. पर वो डर नहीं था. What I'm trying to say, I was not afraid, but I knew somebody is there. I knew that somebody is watching. So that kind of a feeling. And
बट आपको सॉरी, बट अभी जो मैंने प्लांट्स लगाए थे, एंड एक बनाना प्लांट है, एंड इट्स हाइट इज नाउ 5.5 हो गई है प्लांट की हाइट।
हम्म।
एक उसका पेड़ है बेल का, तो वो पहले बेचारा छोटा सा था, अभी वो अचानक से इतना बड़ा हो गया है, इट्स 7 फीट। वो मेरे बालकनी में रखा है, और मेरे को इतना अच्छा
वाह।
लगता है उनको देख देख के, दोनों को, मतलब वो बनाना प्लांट एंड, तो मेरे को अच्छी, मतलब एक, उनसे ना मैं बातचीत कर लेती हूँ कि देखो यार
हाँ
ऐसा चल रहा है, ऐसा चल रहा है, इट्स नॉट, मैं घर जा रही हूँ तो प्लीज अच्छे से रहना, ज्यादा ड्राई मत होना मतलब एक एक नहीं होता, एक जस्ट लाइक अ ह्यूमन बीइंग एज यू मेंशन, तो वो एक फैमिली मेंबर जैसा रहता है, तो आई थिंक नाउ आई कैन कनेक्ट विद यू व्हाट यू मेंट टू से।
एब्सोल्युटली। मतलब and I feel that they feel your energy, you know, if you connect. जैसे मैं गई थी तो मेरे पीछे से मेरी सारी मछलियां चली गई एक ही दिन में, and they've been with me for like so many months. मतलब इतनी खराब कंडीशन में भी वो, जब घर ठीक ठाक नहीं था तब भी वो सर्वाइव कर गए थे. So somewhere I feel that, you know, uh, when you connect with these beings, or when you connect with these, you know, animals या कोई भी चीज, it listens to you. And फिर like, you know, interestingly I remember हम मुझे किसी ने लुई हे का इवनिंग और मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन दिया था. तो इवनिंग और मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन में शी टॉक्स टू, यू नो, शी पेज ग्रैटिट्यूड टू हर यूटेंसिल्स, she pays gratitude to the mixie, all of these things. And she said that if you um, give those vibes to all of those things, their life you know, extends. So fridge kharab nahi hoga, because, and and I thought that she's right. मतलब, you know, when you value something in your home, या जिससे आप जिस चीज से आपको बहुत प्यार होता है, वो आपको बहुत साथ देती है, whether it's a furniture, whether it's a machine. जैसे मुझे अपने लैपटॉप से बहुत प्यार है, तो यू नो ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, है ना, आई या, सो ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, ऑल्दो हम लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग में चीजें डिवाइड करते हैं, बट देयर इज अ कनेक्शन दैट गेट्स established with these things also. एंड इट्स अमेजिंग, लाइक यू नो, पहले मैं कहती थी मेरे पापा को अपनी टूटी हुई स्कूटर से इतना प्यार क्यों है, यू नो, उसको दे के दूसरा, बट देन ही हैड सो मेनी मेमोरीज विद द स्कूटर, ही डिडंट हैव वांटेड टू पार्ट अवे, एंड अभी भी वो खड़ी है हमारे घर में. सो कई सारी चीजें एज अ चाइल्ड हम नहीं समझ पा रहे थे, या हम उसको ऐसे एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पा रहे थे. बट देन आई व्हेन आई केम टू द एनर्जी वर्ल्ड एंड आई स्टार्ट सीइंग so many things that were happening around me, I feel I've it's kind of revalidated that I'm not crazy. First of all, you're not crazy. And I think human beings have those sensitivity to connect to, you know, घर से, आपको अपने घर से प्यार हो जाता है. मुझे सब लोग कहते हैं अपने बिस्तर से बहुत प्यार है, तुम्हें अपने तकिए से बहुत प्यार है. या आई एम दैट काइंड ऑफ अ पर्सन दैट आई फॉल इन लव विद एवरीथिंग, you know, at like people really feel that कि तुम अपना तकिया छोड़ के नहीं आ सकते, तुम अपना, it's not that. I really love my pillow and I can take it everywhere with me. There is some kind of connection that I have with these things, so with everything actually. So I think if you have that tendency of falling in love, if you have that tendency of, you know, connecting with things, you will be able to feel the energy. And जो आपका भाव होगा ना, वो भी अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. आई डोंट नो, ह्यूमन
सही
बीइंग्स
कह रहे
वैसे.
हो। आई रिमेम्बर यू नो, पहले कॉमिक्स सिर्फ अमर चित्र कथा आया करती थी,
करेक्ट.
उसके अलावा ज्यादा कॉमिक्स इंडिया में नहीं मिलती. तो द फर्स्ट कॉमिक विच आई परचेज्ड व्हेन आई वाज से अबाउट, आई वाज इन फोर्थ और फिफ्थ. द फर्स्ट कॉमिक आई परचेज्ड वाज नचिकेता.
अच्छा.
तो उसका नचिकेता के बारे में थी कि वो यमराज के सामने गया, और फिर तो माय सेकंड वन वाज ध्रुव.
हम्म. या,
तो वही.
दैट्स सो ट्रू. मतलब, yeah, lot of things, like I said. So I think we need to give ourselves permission uh, to to feel what we feel and validate our own feelings. So I think we don't need validation from other people. We need our own validation कि मैं, जो सोच रही हूँ, जो मैं कर रही हूँ, या जिस तरह से मैं चीजें चाह रही हूँ, all of that has a reason, and it can be, maybe you don't understand my reason, but I have my reason for doing what I'm doing, or to feel a certain way. And I think as human beings, we need to validate, and we need to accept, we need to respect the feelings that we have, and also learn to do that for our children. We should learn to do that, for our friends, and hold space for all of them, whenever they present, such things to us. So I think that is important. And हम क्या बात कर रहे थे और let me see. So आज जब मैं एक पॉडकास्ट देख रही थी, तो उसमें बहुत अच्छी सी एक लाइन है, डेस्टिनी इज द फ्री विल ऑफ द हायर सोल. और मैं इस पे अभी सोच रही हूँ, एंड probably I have to do a lot of चिंतन मनन. So we keep saying that destiny is fixed, and the incarnated soul, or जो incarnated soul होता है, उसका उसका free will होता है. But then this was so beautifully said that destiny is the free will of the higher soul. So at every level, so this is you. So the incarnated soul is the portion of the higher soul that takes birth in every incarnation. और इसका जो ग्लास है वो होता है हायर सोल, एंड उस हायर सोल का भी बड़ा ग्लास इज डिवाइन स्पार्क, और उससे भी बड़ा इज समवेयर कॉल्ड द पार ब्रह्मन, जिसमें द सागर, यहाँ से हम आते हैं. सो फ्रॉम द इनकारनेटेड सोल पर्सपेक्टिव, हमारा फ्री विल जो है, लाइक डेस्टिनी अलग है और फ्री विल अलग है फॉर अस. बट फ्रॉम द हायर सोल पर्सपेक्टिव, हमारी जो डेस्टिनी है वो हायर सोल का फ्री विल है. So probably more thought needs to go into this in understanding, but it's a deep, deep realization. जो भी इसको और sink in होना है. So if you guys have any, views on this, do share with me.
हाँ सही है. वी से कि your destiny is already decided before you take birth
Yeah.
by your soul. So, and if the soul, higher soul, is the judge of everything you are going to face in your life, तो इसका मतलब वो ठीक भी है.
हाँ, और हम इस तरह से भी देख सकते हैं कि जैसे इनकारनेटेड सोल है, इनकारनेटेड सोल के ऊपर है हायर सोल. सो हायर सोल के पास,
द विजडम सोल जो भी है उसका,
हाँ जो
हायर
भी है,
विजडम.
उसके पास 10 ऑप्शन होंगे जिसमें से उसने चूज किया होगा कि मैं सरगम बनूंगा इस जन्म में. Probably it had the choice of being Sargam 1, 2, 3, 4 till infinity. But then the higher soul chose that I'm going to become Sargam Mishra. And वो सरगम मिश्रा चूज करने में वो फ्री विल था उसका, कि उसने सरगम मिश्रा की डेस्टिनी चूज करी टू एग्जीक्यूट थ्रू द इनकारनेटेड सोल ऑफ सरगम मिश्रा.
उसने जो चूज किया वो सरगम मिश्रा की डेस्टिनी हुई.
यस. सो दैट वे, पर वो उसका फ्री विल था. इट कुड हैव
हाँ
चोजन एनी.
और
So that is probably, it means that, right? It means that. So yeah. एक और कॉन्सेप्ट था, जैसे वी हैव वन ट्विन फ्लेम, हम जो कहते हैं ना. So twin flame doesn't mean that the part of you which is exactly like you. So twin flame is something like आप अपनी दो, जैसे हम कहते हैं डुअलिटी आप ले लीजिए, right? So सरगम मिश्रा लाइट वर्जन एंड सरगम मिश्रा शैडो वर्जन. तो जो ट्विन फ्लेम होगा, the twin flame is, probably if I'm the light version, the twin flame will be my shadow version. And when I see that person, I get to accept my own shadows. I get to work on, um, and it is also said that जो चीज आपको दूसरे में डिस्टर्ब करती है, कहीं ना कहीं वो आप में भी होती है, and that is why you identify with it. So when we criticize somebody, when we are passing a judgment, the reason that we can see that shortcoming in that person is because somewhere we have experienced it, or we are that. So
I've heard a different take on this.
Tell me.
They said कि twin flame तो there are two parts of the soul.
Hmm.
One is incarnated and the other is not incarnated.
Okay.
वो स्पेस में या वो जहाँ पे भी है वो अपना रहता है, वो वहीं से हेल्प करता है आपकी, आपको पूरी लाइफ के अंदर सॉर्ट आउट करने के अंदर। एंड दे सेड कि ऑल दिस, ये जो ट्विन फ्लेम जिसको आप ढूंढते फिरते हो, ऐसा कभी होता ही नहीं। देयर आर मेनी टेक्स ऑन एवरीथिंग।
No, what you are saying probably, जब मैं कह रही हूँ my light version, my dark version and my shadow version, my light version, probably this will be a part of me only.
हाँ, दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ यू, बट दैट इज समथिंग। आप ही का एक हायर सेल्फ जो है वो आपको सपोर्ट करता है, आपको गाइड करता है। जब हम कहते हैं हमें गाइडेंस चाहिए, वो कहाँ से आती है? जैसे कि वो वही वहीं से गाइडेंस हो रही होती है,
Hmm.
सॉल्यूशंस आते हैं, सब कुछ आता है। तो वन वन इज इनकारनेटेड, वन इज नॉट इनकारनेटेड।
Hmm. Okay.
अब
So,
वही कंसेप्ट, एक चीज के बहुत सारे कंसेप्ट हैं, और एक कंसेप्ट के अंदर है कि आजकल जो फैशन है, ना, यू आर ऑलवेज लुकिंग फॉर योर ट्विन फ्लेम। मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, नहीं नहीं, ये तो यू आर लुकिंग फॉर रिलेशनशिप, यू आर लुकिंग फॉर ट्विन फ्लेम मैनिफेस्टेड कि वो मेरी लाइफ में आए, एंड
yeah,
देन सब कुछ ठीक होगा। many takes।
absolutely. So, ये जो concept में पढ़ रही थी उसमें ये था कि जैसे you have your right eye and you have your left eye. Okay. So, right eye और left eye वो जो देख रहे हैं वो आपस में एक दूसरे को नहीं देख सकते. Okay. सो राइट आई अपनी तरह से देख रही है और लेफ्ट आई अपनी तरह से देख रही है चीजें. इन दोनों का जैसे कहते हैं पर्सपेक्टिव जो सही तरह से देख पा रहा है वो है आपकी थर्ड आई. ओके. सो नाइदर ऑफ देम कैन सी ईच अदर्स पर्सपेक्टिव एंड दैट इज व्हाई यू हैव द थर्ड आई टू बी एबल टू सी और understand the perspective that is individually being seen by the right eye and the left eye, and that is what forms a triangle. आपने देखोगे इल्यूमिनाटी में हम ऐसे करते हैं, राइट? इल्यूमिनाटी का साइन होता है, उसमें एक आई होती है. सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स probably. So basically one is the inner vision, one is the outer vision, but inner और outer vision को integrate करने के लिए you require an activated third eye. That's why we're talking about pineal glands, we're talking about all of these activations for of your Agya chakra to be able to understand the entire situation better, right? Because all of us are basically living in a very fragmented, conjured up reality through our perspective. So it's like the way I am seeing the reality will be very different from the way you are seeing the reality, because our perspective, even though you feel I'm saying the same thing, but I don't know, how you are interpreting it or how you are understanding it. But that's how we are supposed to be, creating multiple perspectives, understanding things in our own way, and then shining our own light. So accepting each other's point of view, being compassionate and kind towards each other, and to uh, understand that there is not just one truth, right? There are so many ways of interpreting the truth, and that is the beauty of being an individual. So every person can have his or her own perspective on things, and we should be open to it. And ये कि जहाँ थोड़ा बहुत resonance होगा, we'll come together as a group to probably connect more and more and understand those perspectives and start improving our life. So it's an interesting journey, and wonderful perspectives that sometimes Master Chua says that you should read on different topics, you should listen to different kind of people. All of this helps you to be able to sharpen, or you can say to be able to accept the different perspectives that are being put in front of you, and then you use your discernment to decide what is correct, what is not correct, or what you feel is more closer to your truth. So everybody has their own truth, what feels closer to your own truth, And after understanding this is your truth, is that helping you grow and evolve, or is it stagnating you? So all of those things are probably available to you in order to decide, in order to evaluate what life is offering you and how you are um, accepting those offerings and making use of it and moving in your life, right? So it's a beautiful life in its own way. और जैसे पहले मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था कि आप जितना जानोगे उतना आप नहीं जानोगे, right? The more you want to know, the more you will not know, because it'll make you more humble that आपको कितना नहीं पता है, right? So when I get into podcasts and listen to all these things and make my notes, and I feel, oh my God, there are so many ways of seeing the same things. कई बार मुझे लगता है मुझे क्यों नहीं आती um, maybe Egyptian language क्यों नहीं आती, क्योंकि somebody talk about philosopher's stone today and he broke it down. So Naya philos means love, um, Fe means mind. So basically philosopher's stone means the mind, the love and mind combined, and stone is mineral kingdom, and we are all made of atoms. So basically it is talking about you. So when your mind and your heart aligns, and you are able to see a perspective, जो हम पारस नहीं कहते, पारस, I think philosopher's stone is पारस only, है ना, जो alchemy करता था.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Samita. So I got a new perspective on philosopher's stone. I was like, okay. So it is beautiful, just to see how, and like the universe is mentalism. So mentalism means everything is first being created in the mind of God. So whatever you're creating in your mind, you are able to create in the physical realm. So mind has a very important role to play. So mind, emotion, we're talking about so many things being in alignment, all of that. But if you start seeing everything that is there is a creation of your mind. Probably you had thought that way, and that's why you're doing what you are doing, right? So हम कहते हैं वो हो गया, लेकिन probably you put your mind into it, and that's why things happen. So it's interesting how beautiful, and you feel so empowered ना इसके बाद. अब जैसे मैं आज बैठ के सोची थी अब कौन सी रिट्रीट में जाएंगे, like now I can choose next year कौन सा रिट्रीट करना है, so like Switzerland या फिर Indonesia, where I can get more spiritual energy. So you start feeling very empowered also, and then you feel कि हाँ मैं ये सब करूंगी, but then एक धक्का अंदर से आएगा जो एक तरफ को आपको जैसे कहते हैं एक सारी पॉसिबिलिटी काट के एक पॉसिबिलिटी की तरफ आपको डायरेक्ट कर देगा, and then you will say, oh, I manifested it, right? So it's interesting how things happen in your life, and if you surrender. So there, the people who are not aware, they see everything as a chaos. So if you're not aware, हर चीज chaos लगेगी आपको, ऐसा 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 हो गया, ऐसा हो गया. लेकिन when you start becoming aware, then you start seeing a synchronicity in the chaos. Like if you remember, सुमिता said, मैं अपना फ्लाइट छोड़ देती तो मुझे वो चश्मा मिल जाता. She was able to see. So there was a lot of chaos that happened. She, I could see her fumble with her stuff, and she spoke to that lady. But then, you are able to see that you could have taken that action, but you did not take it. Maybe there was a lesson to learn, and you make peace with it. और peace भी क्या मतलब, आपका दिल समझ जाता है, फिर आपको अफसोस नहीं होता, right? So ये जब आप, you're able to see the coincidences of life, you're able to see why I was 5 minutes late, and ये हो सकता था, या 5 minutes early थी. So जैसे कहते हैं ना कोई some bread burn bread theory, कि सुबह के समय आपकी ब्रेड जल गई तो आपने दूसरी ब्रेड डाली, उसमें आपको 5 मिनट लग गए, आपको उस समय आप रोड पे थे और रोड पे ऐसा हुआ वैसा हुआ. So everything is a very organized or synchronized world. But this only you can see when you want to see it. Otherwise, everything will look like a chaos. आज मैं ऑफिस से देर हो गई, ऐसा हो गया. So, when you're consciously, you wake up and you say, okay, this is how I want to see, or you just, that show me or present to me what is happening. So you will be able to see the rhythm with how things are happening, why things were not happening. So जैसे like I said, 19 years की शनि महादशा चलती है. So मेरी 1 साल की और बची है. So at the 18th year, I got my kundali in my hand, and then I started browsing, and I was like, "What? मेरी शनि दशा चल रही थी." So I got married during Shani Dasha. I had babies during Shani Dasha. All of this is happening. So मैं ये सोची 2 बार कोविड मुझे क्यों, मेरे घर में और किसी को कोविड नहीं हुआ, मुझे 2 बार कोविड हो गया. Like my husband was all right, and like I'm able to see why things were happening to me. Because it's supposedly the Shani Dasha and how things were supposed to happen. So everything took a lot of time, and there was a certain, pain that was inflicted upon you. But then I feel that this was a fantastic time. So, today at the 18th year, I'm thinking, yaar, ye to itna fantastic time nikla hai. I have so much to share, so much of excitement. And all of this happened during Shani Dasha, Mahadasha, whatever. So, and now the better part is going to come. So I was like, yeah, ये इतना interesting था, अब इससे better क्या आएगा? So so when you're able to see things and appreciate, उस समय जब कोविड हुआ था तो आपको लगा था क्या ही किया है मैंने, जो 2 बार मुझे कोविड हो गया, ऐसे तो गलत कर्म मैंने कुछ किए नहीं, बेकार में 2 बार कोविड हो गया. So at that point of time probably you were just thinking कहीं मैं मर ना जाऊं, कहीं ऐसा ना हो जाए. There was so much of trauma and so much of scare and fear that was within you. But today when you sit back and you see कि हाँ वो हो, मतलब क्या गोइंग थ्रू ढैया ना, पर ये ढैया और 7.5 का मुझे नहीं पता कैसे पता चलता है. सो आई डाउनलोडेड दिस एस्ट्रो टॉक कुंडलिनी सॉफ्टवेयर, तो उसमें सारी दशा दी हुई है. सो आई नो अबाउट माई दशा बट आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट माई 7.5. बट एनीवेज, सो मतलब दिस वाज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट ग्लोरियस पीरियड ऑफ माई लाइफ. मतलब जिंदगी की सबसे अच्छी चीजें 2006 से लेके probably अभी एक और साल बचा है. I've experienced, maximum travel and a different kind of high, a spiritual high, and having my daughter and a lot of things. Like मेरी तो पूरी जिंदगी, मतलब 2006 से आप कहो तो मतलब मेरी तो पूरी जिंदगी शनि दशा में चली. It's like interesting कि जो भी हुआ, it's like you should be grateful for that.
शनि की दशा के बाद केतु की दशा आएगी, वो और भी अच्छी रहेगी स्पिरिचुअली.
शनि के बाद केतु नहीं आ रहा, मेरी तो मर्क्यूरी आ रही है.
मंगल
नहीं, मर्क्यूरी, बुध.
बुध. अच्छा, हाँ,
तो
उसके बाद आएगा.
बुध तो लाइक मतलब विजडम, और विजडम बढ़ेगा. तो मैंने कहा मैं तो वैसे ही अपना वो बहुत वाइज समझने लगी थी, और विजडम क्या बढ़ेगा. तो बोले नहीं नहीं, आपके लिए वो बहुत अच्छा. सो मतलब आपने देखा नहीं था एंड यू वेंट विद द फ्लो, एंड देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल जो बेचारे देख के वो टाइम नहीं निकाल पाते. मैंने तो 18 साल निकाल दिए बिना जाने. सो मुझे लगता है कि इफ यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर दोज यू नो reasons for excitement, happiness, you will see in the worst of circumstances. And I think ये एक बहुत ही interesting observation रही है मेरी. हाँ, मर्क्यूरी आएगी. मर्क्यूरी के बाद केतु. मर्क्यूरी is also big time. It's a long term. Mercury 25 to 42. So my peak time जो probably रहेगा इसके बाद 42. काफी 62 साल की हो जाऊंगी. तो अच्छा पीरियड चलेगा. सो आई एम लाइक हैप्पी नाउ. 1 साल और, थैंक यू शनि भगवान, अब हम मर्क्यूरी में चले. सो बट आई एम शेयरिंग ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स विद यू बिकॉज ये सब चीजें इतनी लेट आपकी लाइफ में पता चली है. मतलब मेरी लाइफ में तो लेट ही पता चली है. एंड माय पंडित जी वाज लाइक, योर शनि इज वेरी बैड फॉर योर हस्बैंड एंड ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स, लाइक it is not good. So I'm like, ठीक है, मैनेज तो हो गया, अब इतना निकल गया, अब एक आध साल और निकल जाएगा आराम से. सो वील बी एबल टू टेक केयर ऑफ दिस. सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपन, बट जैसे मैंने कहा ना, उस समय तो नहीं समझ में आ रही हैं चीजें, बट वंस यू आर आउट ऑफ इट एंड यू लुक बैक एंड यू सी एंड यू जस्ट हैव जस्ट ग्रेटिट्यूड. इतना मैंने भी नहीं प्लान किया था, या इतना आप भी नहीं प्लान करते होंगे, लेकिन जो उन्होंने प्लान किया है वो एक अलग लेवल पे ही प्लानिंग हुई है. तो जो हायर सोल अपना फ्री विल लेके हमारी डेस्टिनी लेके आया है, राइट, we need to trust that also. Your free will definitely you should use, because you want to you want to do your best. जैसे होता है ना, हम सबसे अच्छे स्टूडेंट बनेंगे, या we'll top in the university. So in being yourself also, you should have that, I'll be the best version of myself in this lifetime. I'll give my best to my incarnated soul, so that when I leave the body, it doesn't feel that oh, मैंने ये काम नहीं किया, और या मैं ये कर सकता था, या मैं वो कर सकता था. तो live your life to the fullest. Enjoy, do things that you want to do, and just have a lot of gratitude for whatever is happening, good, bad, ugly. In the end, everything is going back to the source. So whether things don't end up very well with you, you will also go back to the source, as the other people whom you hate or dislike or are jealous of, वो भी source में ही वापस जाएंगे, right? So you need to understand that everybody has their own journey. We are all going back to the source. It's just that um, it is up to you. वो backbencher, वो failure बन के जाना है to the source, or you want to become your topper बन के जाना है to the source. That is something that you can make effort for. But that's how life is going to be. So the source is not partial. It is. And one more thing, that said, that the source is not partial. It is your higher soul has a certain expectation of you. So the karmic you can say, क्या कहेंगे, कार्मिक जो आपके दंड होते हैं या पनिशमेंट्स होते हैं, it is your higher soul that is giving to you. The source is not doing it to you.
भोग,
Mm-hmm.
I said कर्म भोग.
हाँ. So जो आपने कर्म create करे, so the higher soul thinks that I'm going to choose the best of the best person to be incarnated as, because they see maybe certain hope in this particular incarnation. And if you underperform, right, so when you go back, probably it's happening from the point of the higher soul. That this is what I expected of you, but but the source does not have any expectation of you. Whatever you do, you go back to the source, and the source just accepts you as you are. But because you have lived your life in a certain way, your higher soul shows you that this is not what I expected of you, or you could have done this better. So आपके अपने resentments, आपके अपनी आप जो अपनी कमियां देखते हैं, उसी से you get burdened by your own karmic implication, and then you say, okay, I'll come back again, do a better job. But the source is like, जैसे भी आओगे, I'll accept you, right? So we need to understand that what you are doing is for becoming a better version of you. All that you are doing is to become a better version of you. So जैसे अगर आप लॉर्ड बुद्धा का ही हम देखें, तो it's not that कि somebody was expecting Lord Buddha to become enlightened. Nobody was expecting him. He was expecting of himself. It took like around 200 years to reach there. And all of us will attain Buddhahood at some point or some lifetime or the other. So it is the journey of the soul. We will all evolve into Buddhahood. Right? कोई जल्दी, कोई बाद में, कोई धक्के खा के, but that is the plan for all of us. So what you do, how quickly you are able to maybe do things, and वो quickly भी तभी हो पाएगा जब you are creating the good karma for yourself, creating the entitlement, doing the right thing, character building, all of that. So it's like a lot of self work. अगर आप स्कूल कॉलेज में भी देखो तो it is ultimately your expectation of yourself. कई बार खैर पेरेंट्स की भी होती है, but in the end it's up to you. You do or you don't do. और जो लोग बहुत ज्यादा डंडा लेके अपने बच्चों के पीछे जाते हैं वो आगे चल के ब्रेक डाउन हो जाते हैं. So you have to see how you can happily do and achieve your highest level, whatever you decide for yourself कि इस lifetime में this is at least इतना तो करके जाओ, and do your best and enjoy that journey, because the idea of suffering is, I think, is created by men or human only. That यहाँ आए हैं तो सफरिंग होगी उस सफरिंग में भी थोड़ा बहुत enjoy कर लो, be happy, and yeah, ultimately this is life, that is how you have to go. But then when you get a chance, don't let go of your childlike enthusiasm, like, just enjoy. Don't be too serious in this journey. Stay happy, stay blessed, and keep doing what you're supposed to do. Baki, it's all भगवान भरोसे, right? Any questions? आई थिंक मुझे अपनी ट्रैवल की एक अच्छी सी डायरी वायरी बना के रखना चाहिए. देयर इज सो मच. सो थ्रू अ पॉडकास्ट आई गॉट टू नो मैं कितनी सारी चीजें आई वाज ट्राइंग टू सी, और जो मुझे पता भी नहीं थी, बट आई वाज जस्ट रोमिंग लाइक. सो आई रिमेम्बर गोइंग टू अ pagan या pagan जगह, and it was like a temple somewhere in York. What I was I doing in York, and going there and looking at the structures, and then and connecting. फिर आयरलैंड गए, Celtic, उधर Celts का सब था, and I remember going to this place called Noeth, and I'm taking parikrama of this hill. Why I'm taking parikrama of this hill, I don't know. But then, through this podcast, I got to know that basically so when you do parikrama, when you do it clockwise, you are energizing yourself. So हम किसी भी हिल की परिक्रमा जब करते हैं या कहते हैं या मंदिर की भी करते हैं, तो बेसिकली व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज यू आर एनर्जाइजिंग योरसेल्फ. सो वी डोंट नो, बट ये टेंडेंसी होती है कि चलो हम एक चक्कर ही लगा लें. रिमेम्बर सुमिता, आगे से ही होके चले चलते हैं मोनास्ट्री में, अरे जगह है चलो. आई थिंक जो लोग मंदिर जाते हैं उनकी आदत पड़ जाती है परिक्रमा लेने की, जैसे लाइक एक बार घूम के चले आते हैं. सो बेसिकली जैसे हमारे यहाँ हीलिंग में सिखाया जाता है, व्हेनेवर यू मूव अ स्क्रू अंदर करना होता है तो यू क्लॉकवाइज मूव करते हैं, स्क्रू बाहर निकालना होता है तो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज मूव करते हैं. सो व्हेनेवर यू हैव टू एनर्जाइज योरसेल्फ, यू मूव क्लॉकवाइज, राइट? सो कोई भी जैसे मानसरोवर की भी मानसरोवर कह रहे हैं, क्या मतलब हम परिक्रमा, हमारे यहाँ सारे ये जितने भी अच्छे माउंटेन्स हैं, गोवर्धन पर्वत की परिक्रमा होती है, आई थिंक ऐसी काफी सारी चीजों की हम परिक्रमा करते हैं. सो बेसिकली किसी ने बताया नहीं, बट टुडे व्हेन आई वाज थिंकिंग आई वाज लाइक या राइट, हम क्लॉकवाइज घूमते हैं, मंदिर में भी हम क्लॉकवाइज घूमते हैं. सो बेसिकली इट इज टू एनर्जाइज योरसेल्फ, to your aura. So मंदिर was not only कि आप जाओ, आप वहाँ बैठते हो, आप परिक्रमा करते हो. All of that has a lot of esoteric significance. And then one day you realize that जो भी हम कर रहे थे सही कर रहे थे. Like we need to tell our children about all of these things. It's interesting that there is so much. We talk about dharma wheel, मतलब wheel, ये सब चीजें कहाँ से आ रही हैं? It's amazing. Finding your north. So one of the things, I think इतना fragmented था आज का सब चीजें. So finding your north, like I say, हम लोग directions भूल गए, because लाइट कहाँ से आती है, सन से उगता है. if you are sitting at a certain place, बहुत जल्दी आप, if you are not mindful, people don't even pay attention to कि east कहाँ है, north कहाँ है. But you, जैसे हम कहते हैं, finding your north means walking in the direction of your purpose, right? So we all have and the ability to find our north. We all have that ability. So if you would have seen Excalibur होता है, it's a sword like thing. Sword होती है जिसमें sword, right? So sword जो है उल्टी गड़ी हुई दिखेगी आपको कई जगह, उल्टी गड़ी sword. So it was like there was a lot of confusion created in history so that we forget a lot of things and then find it. So basically the जो cross आप देखते हो, it's like an inverted sword. So it has to be done this way. So जैसे हम ट्री ऑफ लाइफ कहते हैं ना, तो ट्री ऑफ लाइफ की रूट्स ऊपर होती हैं, पेड़ नीचे होते हैं, लाइक पत्ते और तने नीचे होते हैं. दैट्स हाउ इट इज सेड. इट इज एन इन्वर्टेड ट्री ऑफ लाइफ, राइट? रिमेंबर, सुमिता, in pranic healing we call it inverted tree of life. Similarly, this basically finding your north is when you can hold your sword upward. So you need to understand that you also need to find your sword. So जैसे हम बात करते हैं इस क्रॉस की भी, इनर क्रॉस जो आपका बना है, it is what you think, what you feel, what you do should be in alignment. But जब alignment में होगा तो आप क्या करोगे? You will find your north, right? So then you have to move, taking your cross in your, like, you just think that you have to take your cross in your hand and you have to move forward in life and find your north. And finding your north means you keep looking for direction that are coming from within. You listen to your gut, you listen to what is coming in your dreams, you follow those things and you try to find your purpose. You keep walking in the direction of what makes you feel good. What makes you feel good? It's like a inner compass telling you, इस तरफ जाना है, इस तरफ जाना है. And let your north guide you. So all of this feels like a story, but this is what happens for most of us. When we are guided for something, it probably, you didn't second guess it, you just did it, right? And that did it made all the difference. फिर उसके बाद भले ही आप सोचते रहे कि पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे, ये कैसे करेंगे, वो कैसे, you had to really put things together, but then your heart knew ये होना है, ये करना है. क्यों, क्या, कैसे, if people ask, then you, अच्छा लग रहा है. जैसे मुझसे लोग मुझे लग रहा है कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है, but you don't know क्या अच्छा होने वाला है. But then वो जो लग रहा है, you start following that in your life because that is the north for you. So when all of this feel in alignment, what you think, what you feel, what you do feels in alignment, you just run in that direction. Keep running in that direction. Okay. I think it's a long session. We'll do the great invocation now. But there's a lot of chotu cheeses that I've got together, but yeah, probably we'll talk. So some good movies that I got to know that you can see is In Shadow, Highlander, and Dune. These are the 3 movies that I got to know. Probably I'll be watching them. And some authors, some books like Ibalian was one book that was referred. And there's a lady called Dolores Cannon. So I got to know about Dolores Cannon in 2013 maybe. Yeah, so I need to again go back to her work because her name just resonated. So probably we'll get more information. So my next podcast or videos would be on Dolores Cannon. Interesting person. Okay, so let's start. on my visit list now are Egypt, Jerusalem, Jerusalem and Egypt. किसी को कुछ ऐसा दिख रहा हो या कुछ ऐसा लग रहा हो कि you have, you know, let me know. I want to go to Egypt and Jerusalem. ठीक है, चलिए, ओके देन। जेरूसलम में तो अभी खैर काफी हुए, इजिप्ट कुड बी अ बेटर प्लेस, लेट्स सी। ओके, putting out the intention. So let's chant the great invocation. Keep your eyes closed. Be aware of a point of light on top of your crown, 12 inches above your crown. Be aware of your soul star. Be aware of a silver cord that is going all the way up, 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 connecting to an infinite ocean of golden energy. Take a deep breath and be aware that you are connected with this beautiful source. Bring your attention down to the soul star. Be aware that it has 12 petals. Be aware that this soul star also has a record of your destiny for this lifetime, and that destiny is the best thing that can happen to you. And with your free will, you can either accelerate or delay the fulfillment of that destiny. And once you fulfill that destiny or purpose in this life, if you do very well, you might be awarded with another destiny in the same lifetime if you do well. So just be aware that whatever life has for you, it is making your life super rich, rich, full of experience. And congratulate yourself, because even through the bitter experiences that you've gone through, you've managed to keep your enthusiasm, you've managed to keep your childlike excitement. There can be like cycles of up and down, but I'm so proud of each one of you. Personally, I know all of you, and I'm so proud of uh, your journey, your ability to stay humble, your ability to stay joyful, your ability to stay childlike, and consistently being working on your negativity. And the degree of evolution that has happened in these few years that I've known you is significant. And I really feel that all of us um, need to appreciate each one of us who is here, because you joined me during the time of struggle, peak struggle, frustration. But as you look back, you will be able to see you have really, when life gave you lemons, you've actually made the lemonade out of you and enjoyed that lemonade throughout your life that you lived till now. And that quality is a blessing. So it's such an opportunity, such a privilege to know each one of you, your journey through your own customized lemonade. So I'm like so proud of you. I want you to feel that gratitude, that love, that affection that you have for me, and be aware that I have that affection and love for you at a very, very personal level. So from my heart to yours, I'm sending you waves of love, waves of joy, and waves of sweetness. And just know that I love you so much. And I'm so proud of each one of you. So just smile. I salute the divinity within you. Let us bring down the energy of the spirit, the God, into our 12th chakra. We chant Om 3 times and bring down the energy of love, light, and power. Oh, still be aware. Visualize a vortex of beautiful golden energy moving down all the way up from your crown, clockwise, energizing all your chakras. Displacing all the dirty, diseased energy, all the lower emotions, all the mental garbage. So be it, so be it, so it is. Be aware of this energy being grounded into the Mother Earth or into the nearest salt water pool. So be it, so be it, so it is. Be aware of the upper three chakras, the crown, the ajna, the throat, and just mentally affirm, I align the Shiva aspect within me. What I think is in alignment with my highest good. So be aware of your heart and your solar plexus. Be aware of the Shiva, Vishnu aspect, the love aspect. And just mentally affirm what I feel is in alignment with my thoughts, and I create my destiny. Be aware of your lower three chakras, the navel, the sacral, the basic. You can also visualize the other chakras as per your will. And visualize these chakras being cleansed by the light of God. So good. Now be aware, you can bring in the image of the Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma on your vertical axis, and be aware that they are merging at the center of your heart into that one trinity which is activated. Now be aware of the right and left side of the body, be aware of your right and left arm, and be aware that you're balancing the act of giving and receiving. May what you give and what you receive be in total harmony with the right intention. And may you balance the karmic cycle of give and take. So be it. Visualize a small earth in front of you, the size of a small ball. The great invocation from the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May the great teacher return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the holy masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power manifest and restore the divine plan on. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 3 times and bless the entire planet with love, light, and power. Bless each and every person with rapid and proper materialization of their destiny and fulfilled. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Mani Padme Hum. May all sentient beings in the higher world, middle worlds, and the lower worlds be divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. May all the beings, without exception, be divinely blessed. So be it, so be it, so it is. I want you to visualize all the beings of the mountains, the rivers, the places, the cities that you visited. Be aware of all of them and just bless them with divine love, light, and power. So be it, so be it, so it is. I want you to bless each and every part of the planet Earth that requires healing. May Mother Earth be blessed with divine love, light, and power. May Mother Earth be blessed with soothing, healing energies. May Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, good earth. Blessings be to our Mother Earth. And visualize these energies going down deeper and deeper and deeper. Be aware that all people that you love and care about are being divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. Your children are being blessed with good health, happiness, joy, with success at all levels, with spirituality, kindness. So be it, so be it, so it is. Be aware of your parents. If your parents are not in the body, bless them for their onward journey. May they merge with light. If your parents are in the physical body, bless them with long and happy life aligned with their spiritual goals. So be it, so be it, so it is. Bless all the people who have been kind to you, your staff, your employees, your colleagues, your employer, your children, and family, friends, their friends, extended family, all of them be divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. So be it. So be it, so it is. Pastor. Bless your goals, bless your choices, bless your wishes, your goals, short term, long term. Bless the areas that you are going to visit in the coming years. May the beings of those areas be divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. May bless yourself with connecting with your north. Be aware that the more you align your inner cross, you can follow your inner north, your destiny, your purpose. And that will unfold only if you start working in that direction, if you start following in that direction. So be it, so be it, so it is, the pastor. Let us give thanks to the Supreme God. We thank you to all the great, great ones, Holy Gurus, Holy Master Saints, Archangels. We thank you all for your priceless blessings. In full faith, we thank you. With deep gratitude, tremendous respect, and lots of love. In full faith. So be it, so be it, so it is. You can open your eyes with a big, broad smile. Hope you had a beautiful meditation. Okay, we will connect again. And yeah, let's see. There is so much that is probably, I'm reading so much. I just hope 2 plus 2 jod pao. I'm reading too much, but I need to connect the dots. Hi to see that.
Hi, Sumaira.
Yes, Amira. Okay, so thank you everyone. We'll connect again tomorrow with something interesting. And if you have anything in your mind, do share with me. And yeah, probably we'll discuss.